So maybe you just bought a Tesla Model Y and you're wondering if those two aluminum crossbars on the roof are going to absolutely destroy your range on your daily commute. So that's what I'm going to answer today. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Today, I'm going to answer a question that I have been genuinely curious about. If you get a Tesla and get those optional roof rack crossbars on the Model Y or the Model 3 or whatever, and you just leave them on because honestly, who's pulling those things off every day? How much range are you going to actually sacrifice? Are we talking 5%, 10%, 20%? Do you need to add a charging stop to your commute? Is this a big deal or not? Let's get into it. First, the rack itself. Tesla sells an official Model Y roof rack for about $450. It's two aerodynamic aluminum crossbars with mounting hardware. Tesla says it was, quote, designed and engineered from the ground up for maximum aerodynamic efficiency, minimal interior noise, and impact to range. I don't know why I did that in like a partial, like half-assed British accent, but I feel like marketing speak in a British accent has more credibility. Anyway, let's see what actual humans with measuring equipment found out in the real world. One guy, a content creator named I1Tesla, strapped the official Tesla crossbars and drove 60 miles with and without them, measuring the energy consumption the whole time. And his results said 281 watt hours per mile with the rack versus 278 without it. That is a difference of about 1%. Just 1%. I'm pretty surprised. To put that into perspective, if your Model Y long range has about 330 miles of EPA rated range, 1% is roughly 3 miles. You would lose approximately 3 miles of range driving around with the official Tesla crossbars installed. That is less than what you'd lose by forgetting to check your tire pressure. That's less than what you'd lose because it's Tuesday and slightly overcast. That is pretty much nothing. A separate real-world test, 170-mile road trip on the highway, measured before and after roof rack installation, found that the roof rack had, and I quote here, no notable impact to driving efficiency or range. So for your daily commute, with empty crossbars sitting on top, you're essentially losing zero range. The Tesla engineers actually did their job. This is pretty impressive. But wait, you got to slow down for a minute because this is where it gets even more interesting. That 1% figure is for the bare crossbars only. Clean, empty, just two aluminum crossbars sitting up there being aerodynamic. The second you start putting stuff on those bars, a ski rack, cargo box, bikes, that number changes dramatically, as we would know. And I think we all agree that that's not really the problem. If you want to carry stuff like you're going on a road trip and you need that extra storage up there, I mean, we all understand that we're going to lose some range. But since I already started on this topic, let's go over some of the common uses for those roof racks and just share what the efficiency loss is so that you have an idea. So if you're going to put a ski rack or bike attachments mounted but empty, just the hardware itself without the skis or the bikes, you're going to lose 5 to 10% at highway speeds, depending on how aerodynamic that attachment actually is. If you actually have a loaded ski rack or cargo box at highway speeds, you're talking 15 to 25% range reduction. On a 330-mile long-range Model Y, that's potentially 50 to 80 miles gone. That's not nothing. That's a pretty meaningful chunk of the range. If you put bikes on a roof-mounted bike rack, some owners have reported up to 33% range loss on highway drives with the bikes up top. Some people on the Tesla forums with decades of roof rack experience across multiple cars say they consistently see 25 to 35% worse efficiency with roof rack gear and end up stop mounting their stuff on the roof and actually just switching to a hitch rack because of that. I can see why a hitch rack might be more aerodynamic and efficient, but I can also see some problems with that too. But anyway, back to the original question. Can I get the empty crossbars installed and just leave them on there for my daily commute without a big problem? Well, yes. Absolutely. The data is pretty crystal clear on this. With just the bare crossbars, only 1 to 2 or 3% of range. At highway speeds, that's pretty incredible. City driving, almost zero impact at all. If your daily commute is 30, 40, 50 miles round trip, mine is a little more than that, you would not notice this in any practical way. Even with my round trip, which would be 40 miles each way, 80 miles total, that's only really about a 0.8 mile loss because of it. Pretty reasonable. If you're like me and maybe had a passing thought of range anxiety because of these two crossbars, doesn't seem like you need to anymore. So the good news is the Tesla roof rack is actually easier to remove than you might expect if you do want to remove them. Owners describe it as an under 10-minute job. You loosen some wing nuts, lift the bars off, and done. The mounting hardware stays in place, held by some tape and little brackets that hook under the glass. Guy in the Tesla forum said it's easier than any other removable roof rack I've had, which I actually can't believe because actually installing and removing roof racks is kind of a pain in the ass. So if you're not going to do a long-range trip by carrying rooftop mounted gear, then you could probably pull the bars off pretty quickly. But just knowing that you actually aren't losing a lot of range, if I had a Tesla, I'd probably get the roof rack bars for the 2 or 3 times that I need them and just leave them on and not really worry about how it's impacting my commute. The truth is, and I'm actually surprised, Tesla actually delivered on their aerodynamically optimized claim here for once, and the marketing and the physics seem to agree. And if that's not totally fetch, I don't know what fetch is. And just remember, I'm only talking about the roof rack bars themselves. If you're going to load this thing up and hit the highway, realize the physics are still going to apply to that big unaerodynamic thing you're mounted to your roof. Peter Von Panda, out.